We're now ready to take our first set of measurements. This is test number 1 on the data sheet. So it's airflow only, no recirculation, no heat, no steam or anything. This is probably going to be the only test that I'm going to actually flip through and read all the temperatures and write them down. Then for the other tests, I will probably show you the relevant measurements. We'll kind of see how these unfold, but I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this. So section A, test station A, dry bulb, 22.5. A wet, 11.2, 11.3 degrees centigrade. Station B, dry bulb, 22.2. Station B, wet bulb, 11.9. Station C, dry bulb, 22.6. Station C, wet bulb, 12.3. Station D, dry bulb, 22.5. Station D, wet bulb, 12.4. Station E, dry bulb, 23.8. And station E, wet bulb, last reading, 12.7. Okay, so that's the data that you're going to fill in. Just going to do that for all 6 tests. Goes pretty quickly, not very exciting. And the idea is that you want to figure out what is going on in between the stations to cause these differences in temperature. I'll talk about a little bit. For example, we would expect all the dry bulbs and wet bulbs to be identical because we're not doing anything else really, except that between D and F we are going through the fan. The fan has an electric motor that will heat up the air slightly, so that's one possible explanation for the temperature readings at E being slightly higher. Most of the rest of the lab, the differences in temperature readings will be due to the other operations that we're performing. I did want to show in a little more close-up the thermo wells here. So here at station D, there's a slight leak, and so I'm just going to pour some more water in there with the squirt bottle. Pardon me. So that is filling up that reservoir for the wet bulb temperature reading. Okay, so that's all there is to test number 1. For test number 2, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the preheaters. Let's see here, something happened here. Okay, there we go. I turned the fan up to full speed. So now we're injecting 1.5 kilowatts of electric power into the preheaters here. We're going to let this go for 15 minutes or so to watch the temperatures equilibrate. But I'll go ahead and look at station C, dry bulb, because that'll be one of the first ones affected. So there's E wet, E dry, D wet, D dry, C wet, C dry. Okay, so our first reading for C dry was 22.6 degrees. And it's already climbed by 1 degree here. Now it's up to 24.1 and climbing. So we're going to let this run for a while and equilibrate. Then we'll come back and take the readings, and then we'll turn off the preheater, turn on the boilers for steam injection, and continue.